Good afternoon, dorks. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome in. Check out the double cat camp action. Oh my gosh. They did it. Oh, they're there for the moment. I think Heck is going to stay up there. We'll see if Tofu continues to hang out. She's kind of been in and out a little bit. You can see the aggressive grooming happening right now. How's it going, everyone? Welcome in. Hello, Ryder. Hello, Orion. Hello, everyone. Here, there, wherever. Welcome in. We're here to play Dwarf Fortress. We are here to continue on this ridiculous Dwarf Fortress run that we're on. We're gonna make a spa. We're gonna make a spa. At least that's the plan. We're doing some science. We're doing some spa science. We are adopting wild animals and hoping they get to work. Last stream we adopted a batch of 10. Oh, good gracious. Just falling on my monitor. This is fine. Everything's fine. My monitor's all off kilter now, but whatever. Whatever. What was I just saying? We adopted 10 polar bear people out of the wilds using DF hack. And maybe they'll start doing stuff. We adopted like 3 or 4 previously, and they've been doing stuff. But these other ones they've been all about that tavern lifestyle recently, so I'm hoping that they start taking jobs, even if it's literally just hauling, literally just moving stuff around the fortress. That would be amazing. We aren't getting market waves still, so we're kind of depending on our animal people for our population. Kind of hoping that maybe our kobolds start reproducing a little bit more. We've had 4 births in this fortress, which is a lot for us. But it's still not a lot of people, right? That's still a lot of things that need to get done. So we're hoping for people. We're experimenting with magma. That's kind of on the docket for today. That's kind of what we're up to. Yeah. Wasn't it after the squad attack something was when they swapped? Yeah. And I tried putting this new group in a squad as well, but it didn't seem to change anything. I think they're even still in a squad. I've tried like giving them station orders and telling them to do something. I guess I haven't tried to like actually kill anything. I don't know why that would be. I don't know why that would make the difference, right? We're gonna play around with them. We're gonna keep an eye on them and see if we can get them to get their butts into gear. Because that'd be very nice. That'd be very nice. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Today's episode is brought to you by a snowflake, just the one. And by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord. That's kind of where I am right now. That's where we are. So I appreciate you all being my special little individual snowflakes and hanging out with me on this giant plain of frozen tundra. And that's it, right? That's the whole spiel. We're just gonna come over here. I have it loaded up. I think they have to. Maybe it updates after their experience. That would be strange, though, because that would update like combat experience. But they've been updating their social experience has been going up. That's for sure. So here's our new group, right? Pretty sure they're all just in the tavern. Actually, you're going somewhere. But yeah, they're all just hanging out in here. I guess let's just keep an eye on them for a second. See what they get up to. They're just hanging out in the tavern with the dogs, but like they're socializing, so they are getting social experience, right? They're becoming novice speakers. Clearly they have no combat or labor experience. Clearly they haven't taken any jobs if they have 0 labor experience. My goodness. But like they're in the squad, right? Or at least 9 of them are in this squad. Tofu's just down here. Somewhere. I thought she was down there. She's gonna find things to get into. But yeah, like there's plenty of things for them to do. So you're attending a meeting. I've seen them do this. They'll attend with our... They'll find our caravan leader. Maybe. Maybe eventually. There they are. No, come back! Office hours are closed! Running down the hallway. There they go. And that still didn't actually satisfy you. Just hauling a mug, just hauling a mug. And you're trying it again. There we go. Doesn't feel anything while crying on somebody in charge. So you had your meeting, you did complain. But see, like these three, so you're preparing lavish meals, you're milling dimple cups, you were socializing. I think those are the three original ones. But now they're listening to poetry, no job. I don't know. We're gonna keep an eye on them. There are also, I also saw, there is a wild polar bear upstairs. Do we just go, like, do we give him a kill order on the polar bear? Is that too mean? Telling the polar bears to kill a polar bear? Because we're also kind of trying to catch them, right? We have a breeding pair of giant polar bears now. Try it? Okay. Well, let's hope that their weapons are up to it. Let's do kill order, confirm, kill polar bear. Let's just keep an eye up here. Do what you see as ethical. We're kind of past ethical at this point. Well, here they come. Does it smack some teeth out? Okay. Well, they got it. And what does that do? So they're just gonna have no job for the moment. They have no order. We're just gonna go back inside and socialize. I believe we did trade with the merchants before the end of last stream, so I'm not worried about that. They definitely managed to kill it, though. You want some polar bear teeth? I think we're just gonna keep an eye on them. You are attending a meeting. Are the same one, even? And one of them is grumpy. Most of them are, I guess, on the lower half of the grumpiness scale. But several of them are pretty grumpy. I'm wondering if they just need to be in our fortress for a certain period of time. Because they're still pretty fresh. I don't think they've been here for a year yet. But the other thing that we're working on, so we're doing some science up here. And I have a pond here. Getting used to it all. Yeah, they're settling in. I think that's what needs to happen. I have a pond here that I'm waiting for someone to bring some buckets to fill. Because I want to see how this interaction between water and magma is kind of what I'm looking for. I want to build a magma-powered spa on a glacier. So I want to test things out before, you know, building a whole bunch of stuff. Still no migrants. I know that we were working on, like, we're working on dimple dye. So we're milling dimple cups. We have a lot of dimple cups now. And see, there are, I mean, no job, weave, no job. Are you actually not doing anything? So now you're gonna try to attend a meeting. Now you're gonna go sleep. They should all have bedrooms as well. Prepare lavish meal, sleep, no job. No, well, I mean, they're sleeping. Maybe that's what they need to do. 9 days left on shinies. Oh yes. Well, thank you. But also I extend it whenever it fails. You can. I think you can just extend them as long as you want. You just have to do it like a month at a time. So don't worry. They won't expire. Dimple cups. So we're making dye. We have a bunch of dye sitting here in in here, waiting to get moved to our stockpile, right? Also, while the dimple cups spawn. Like pre-Skyrim leveling up. Yes. I want to examine our work order for this because I do want dye, but I don't want everyone spending all their time on dye, right? Because other things need to do. So this is just going. Let's say, I mean, obviously we need to have unrotten dimple cups that are millable. So say that's fine, but also amount of dye? I don't know what this will show up as. So it's just going to be in actual dimple cup, dimple dye items is less than 50. We're probably already over at we're over 100. So I'm going to say 50. So they're going to stop, right? We are weaving, we're making cloth out of plant cloth and wool at the same time. Should be a bunch going. Looks like they've done a bunch of it. I don't even see any thread left. That's kind of impressive. There's a bunch in here too. Did we do all of our thread? Obviously there's that, but then there's all this, and this should be in here somewhere. That's going to be in the farmer shops, right? So then there's pigtail seeds and a bunch of thread. Okay. I think those should be stopping as well. So we have weave thread into cloth, so that's for the plant. And this is just checking the plant thread, which, yeah, amount of cloth. So I want this to be plant cloth. Is that how that works? No. Cloth. Plant items? Plant cloth? So yeah, so I want plant cloth 100. Should be plenty. And then the yarn cloth should probably also get a max. This is gonna be cloth? No. Cloth, wool, or yarn? Yarn cloth, less than also 100, right? So we should have, how much do we have? Yeah, geez, okay. I'll say 100. So that should stop those jobs, and then we just need a dye cloth job at that point. So I'm just gonna say dye cloth. We have mixed dye jobs. That's interesting. We're just gonna do this 4 at a time or 3 at a time even. And this is unused dyeable cloth and unwritten dye items. So we're going to dye all our cloth. We're going to limit how much cloth we make, but we're going to dye all the cloth that we make. I think that makes sense. So it's going to take them a moment to actually dye all that cloth, but they're going to stop making dye They're gonna stop making cloth, and I'll get to work on that. Because what is our cloth at? Our cloth is like, yeah. We have over 200 wool cloth, and we have almost 500 pigtail cloth. Yeah, okay. They can work on that. And then I'm gonna go into standing orders and say that we're going to use only dyed cloth when we have cloth jobs going. I think that makes sense. I'm not gonna bother with silk because we're good, right? We're good. And here's our magma storage. So we're gonna start filling in these little pits, I think. Yeah, there they are. No job. Drink. Interesting. I mean, they all want to attend meetings. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I don't know why it would. No job, drink. That's the original drinking game. Anytime you don't have anything to do, take a drink. And we have our bird person. See, Kerr is doing fine. Kerr has been able to actually do stuff. Kerr is a skilled weaver at this point. However that works. And I don't know... I'm assuming that people just haven't taken this fill pond job, right? They're still milling. I'm assuming that no one's come out and tried to put water in here without me watching. 'Cause it's also possible that like they put water in here and it just goes away for whatever reason, which I'm hoping is not how it works. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on it. We have milk and cheese going. When the dye job already happened at least once. I guess the other thing that we want to do is make a little greenhouse, right? I do want to get some above ground crops going. Question of how to do that though. Because we have... we have... Life is so bad for them, right? I mean, we're making things better. They just came in out of the wild, right? They spent their entire lives in a snowstorm, and we give them a bed. Only if it's the dry season. I mean, it's like constantly snowing here. Do you get a dry season on a glacier? Did it work that way? More llamas. It's less than one level. I mean, one bucket's worth of water should be like at least one, right? I thought. The glacier's all dry season, true. I mean, it snows quite a bit here. It is usually snowing here. I think we just have too many jobs. We were making meals. I guess I just increased our meal limit as well. How would we do a greenhouse? Because like a shale, because like obviously we're not going to grow something on ice, right? We have a bunch of shale and we have a bunch of sand. Would it even let me make... I mean, there's some of these spots. here. So on the sand, we might be able to farm on the sand. We could find a little patch of sand. And the pebbles, can you farm on pebbles? No. It wants mud. Could try to make mud. What if we... I mean, there's probably mud at the bottom of a pond, right? I didn't realize these were so deep. What if we just... What if we just pumped out of these little ponds? Because there's mud down here. Smooth the boulders and pump water on it all. On it all? Just on it all, yeah. Yeah, why not? I am kind of considering... So there's like microcline wall. Shale ground. There's even driftwood in the pond. But it is covered in mud. Wolves? Did you see wolves? No, I don't see wolves. Because what we could do, we could channel this out to the point where, like, we would double its size, right? So it gets a little bit bigger. And that would be enough mud, and then we just pump the water out. You heard them. Interesting. Maybe that's what we do. I mean, it's a dusting of mud, right? Is a dusting of mud enough? Or does it have to be a pile of mud? Still says no mud. But it does say there's soil. Honestly, we don't need to be like a really productive farm, right? I just want some above ground crops. I just want the dye, honestly. We have seeds for blade reed and hide root. I kind of want to make some dye. Any mud. I mean, then we could just put a floor over this and call it the whole thing, right? We wouldn't even have to make a structure. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we're just gonna square this out a little bit. We'll just make it like a rectangle of that size. And we'll pump the water out. I think that's how we're gonna make our thing. And they're still milling. Why are you still milling? It says dimple dye items less than 50. Is that true? Is that true? No, we have 110. But it might not be in our stockpiles, right? It has a hard time when it's not in the stockpile. Because none of it's actually showed up in the stockpile yet. Should go here. I mean, do I just... I wish I could just pause. Like, not delete a work order, but just say stop for now, right? I should do that. Weather has cleared. Whoop, now it's autumn. been getting nice and chilly here. I'm so happy. I clearly did that wrong. Yep, I did that wrong. I don't know why I did that backwards. So if you... Oh, it just immediately froze. That was interesting. It's a lot of water. It's quite a bit of water. It is quite a bit of water. Why did that immediately freeze? Because this is all salt water. Shouldn't it become salt water? We're gonna learn all sorts of strange things about water and ice here. Okay. I mean, we can just keep, we can just do like this, right? Huh. Interesting. And this still hasn't really happened. Oh, yeah, okay. I wonder if that, like, consumes any of the water? Is the water that freezes there different from the ice chunk that I free? Maybe we just go down this way. And will it behave differently when I put a roof on this? Oh, now they can get in. Okay. So now I think I can channel this, right? Because they can get in there, and these are ramps. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So now I want to start channeling out this, right? This is gonna be difficult. I'm gonna try not to kill anyone with this. No! You're drowning! There's ramps! There's ramps. This is gonna be a legendary miner dying. Yeah. It says you're stranded. You're not stranded. You were not stranded. You're not stranded. See, I can see you moving. There's a slope there. There's a slope right here. There's slopes everywhere. Come on. Oh. How do I make that not happen? I think we just have to pump. I think we just have to pump. Gosh dang it. I really can't afford to lose my people here. I mean, we have like 20 functional citizens. always the water, isn't it? If I do like one at a time. It's also possible that like they got washed in. You got out, right? Because the water's kind of moving around in here. Let's get another row in here going. Just stay out of the water. Just stay out of the water. And the dwarves are here. Yup. Yup, yup, yup. Well, if I put a pump, like, on the edge here, they would only pump this top layer and leave all of this. Maybe that's what I want to do. So I need a way for the water that we pump to leave. So maybe I want to just pump it off the edge here. I'm gonna make a temporary structure here. I'm gonna do a wall. And it's gonna be like this. Oh, but I can't build it too close to the edge. Ugh. You're just on this one. What happens if you just pump water out onto this open area here? Because it'll stop being salt water once I pump it. Let's see. Oh, those are the ones that I've already, like, I'm using these, right? Where are you? No, I did disassemble one. Okay. Let's see if I can make a pump. It's gonna pump that way. I want a block and copper. Hello, Jix. How's it going? We already killed someone. And our new bear people are not doing anything. Rock crafts is going, of course. So now they're at least storing stuff around. That is one of the things I want them to do. I'd really love them to, like, fill my little pond. Should have some finished goods made. Nope. There we go. All our finished goods bins have stuff I don't want to trade. Hey, look, it's you. It's one of our original ones. So they can, right? They are capable of taking jobs. They're just quite hesitant. This is the same one. It's the same one even. Oh, and then you are here. You're making crafts. You're grabbing a, what are you? You're grabbing a rock from out here. Okay. Pump manually. Let's see what this does. think we're gonna get our trade done first. Should all be stuff I want to sell. Yeah, so we got 1,300 to work with. Which is some. We don't need a ton from them though. We're mostly getting, I wanted the instruments. Don't need dogs. Don't really need anything at this point. Steel bolts, holy cow. Food, thread, cheese. Some books and parchment. Let's do parchment. Kind of been stocking up on parchment for when we build an eventual library. You think glaciers and magma don't mix? Wait until we put magma in a library. That'll be fun. I mean, we can just get booze, right? That just saves us from making more booze. Why not? And then there's no way I can afford one of these instruments now. But I think that's fine. I think we're good. Okay, trade done. See what this does. Okay, so it's just going to immediately make this muddy, hilariously. It is. Oh, see, you're getting washed into. And see, why don't you have clothes on? We made clothes. I made a bunch of clothes. I know we made a bunch of clothes. I'm just gonna say cloth, toga. I'm gonna say make 10. I'm gonna say make them for kobolds. And just do that. Let's see, okay, so this is a dusting of snow and a dusting of mud. It, like, washes you back in. Interesting. Okay, well, there's less water in here now. And this will dry out. And make mud hilariously. No, you don't... Guys, I don't want you grabbing these. Don't do it. Just leave it alone. Of course, that made mud on its own. So silly. I guess I could just do like a little thing, right? It doesn't have to go all the way. Yeah, do that. And we're also working on our caves, right? We have our cave pasture with this wall that we're having to manually build because reasons. Because these stupid rocks here. It's just hanging out down here. And of course, we're gonna have rotten cheese. Yeah. And that's just because we don't have people moving stuff around. Can I... Where's my cheese job? Of course, these are... It's just when there's milk. I'm gonna put a limit on this too. Cheese. I just want cheese in general. Cheese. Amount of cheese is less than... What is it at? Say less than 20. And you do that to both of them. I changed it? What did I do? No, yeah, I... This button. Oh my goodness. If we have more than 12 milk and less than 20 cheese, we will make cheese. But both of those should stop as well. Then our milk job is checking for buckets. Which I guess is fine because it stopped anyway. Then our shear job is stopped already. Okay. Okay. This is going to take a moment to do. It would have been smarter to just build a structure here and then pump the water from the pond into the structure and then let it drain out and get mud that way. That would have been less dangerous. What are we pumping? We're pumping water. Hello, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm trying to make, among a bunch of other things happening at the same time, I'm trying to make an above ground farm. And this is a saltwater pond. So my thought was I would just make the pond bigger and then pump the water out and then use the mud at the bottom of the pond for my farms. But I've already killed someone doing so. Now I'm just trying to pump the water out to make it less dangerous, I guess. This is like a deep pond. It's like a 2-layer deep pond. We're also doing some science. I'm waiting for someone to come by and try to put some water in here. But we're having some pretty severe labor shortages and our polar bear people don't want to do anything, so we're just kind of sitting around waiting for them to do it. Sure, someone died the first attempt at irrigation IRL2. True. Before Aristotle got in there and was like, hey, don't get in the water. You don't have to get in the water to do this, guys. How are you? I haven't talked to you in a bit. I've been avoiding a lot of your server because I've been playing Silksong off stream. So I've been in spoiler avoidance mode, but I understand. I believe you finished it at this point, right? Did I traded with the dwarves. I'll let them work on it. My goodness. So we're dyeing cloth, we're storing items, we're listening to poetry. Good, just stuck at work, that's fair. I know how that be. Okay, well, maybe it's drying out, right? There is less water in here than there used to be. I should just pump water from here up into here. Finished first 100% playthrough of Silksong and got all but one ending. I do plan speedrun Steel Soul and stuff offline. Steel Soul scares the crap out of me. I'm enjoying the game, but I'm not gonna be. I think I'm gonna get it done, and then it might go on a shelf for a little bit. Those blueprints, which I got credits, but there's so much more to do. That's fair. That's also an offline game that me and my partner have been playing. We're nowhere near, like we haven't played it in a little bit. That one seems large. That one seems big. Okay, I would like for you to like actually do this. I do want my things to actually happen someday. Every time I'm wrapping up a puzzle or think I finally know all the endings to hunt for, I find out there's an entire new layer of something. Yeah. Don't know how deep the onion goes yet. Well, that's terrifying. You're that far in and still don't know. I feel like we've barely scratched the surface. Okay, well that will at least make the things, right? I can tell them to pump, now that it's basically dry now. Here comes my bird person! And yeah, so now... Hilarious, okay. I could try to pump the second layer. I have to make a new pump. Let's do this. Copper. No, enormous. Enormous. Copper corkscrew. Copper pipe. Let's do like 5 of those. I'm sure we'll want water pumps at some point, so we'll just do that. Oh, but now there's muddy ice there. Okay. Maybe someone actually tried to put some water in there and it froze. Which is kind of what I was worried about. I was kind of hoping the fact that it has a roof above it meant that it wouldn't freeze. But that's clearly not the case. Are you here? You're doing the same thing. Okay, well, let's watch. So you're gonna walk up here. I'm just gonna do like frame by frame. We get to see... Nope, it filled it in. Interesting. Okay. That is... potentially a problem. Because I want to be able to move water around without it freezing. There'd be like ice floor there too. Hilarious. So I guess now my question is, if I have magma directly beneath it, let's get rid of that. And I'm gonna remove my my floor there, because we already have a pit down here. Of course, if I put magma down there, it's gonna melt its ice walls. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Actually, that should work out. I'm just gonna say I want a wall here and here. I'm just gonna put a pump here. I might have the stuff for it already even. We're gonna pump south. Corkscrew of a pipe section. Look at that. You're fishing. You gonna find anything? I forgot that I had someone assigned to fishing. Still no jobs here. I am going to turn off the fishing. Nobody fishes. We don't need food. Okay, so mine out all of this. Probably strand someone down there. Of course, I just... So now how do you get out? Let's do... You'll just go out like this. That is fine. And then put in walls. Like so. No, I do want blocks. Okay, whatever. So we'll do like that. I'll say this is the one, we'll not do that one yet. I need to put in like a stone floor ramp thing. Like that. Now it's winter. Oh, this fort. Oh, we keep finding all sorts of strange things. So if I can't drop water onto magma, can I drop magma onto water? Would that be a terrible idea? Okay. So now I'm gonna pump, right? I guess I want 2 more walls. I want like that. And then check down here. This will get done eventually. Okay. Gonna pump. Gonna pump. Okay. Almost tempted to like leave some in there. It's old. Oh dear. Okay, I'm actually gonna say that that's good. But if we can get it down to the point where they can walk safely through there, I mean, it's all 4s and 3s. I think that's gonna be fine. It's like on the edge, right? I'm gonna say you're good. This is just gonna all make. I should have just done that. I should have just done that from the start. But we're gonna spread all this out too. I think we can disassemble this. So you got in, but you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Okay. Oh, and then they're gonna start running into these things. Hello, Policy of Madness. How's it going? Dwarf Fortress goes well. I only have 1 corpse so far today. Trying to make an above ground farm and, you know, murdering people with it. That's how it's going. I'm gonna unforbid all of this, and then I want to get rid of these. Only 1 corpse is such a lovely phrase. I know, right? I know, right? I think we can actually retrieve it at this point. Maybe someone will come by and, yeah, grab the skeleton. So I don't have to make a slab for it. That would be nice. I'm just trying to make a little spot of mud. Why is it so hard? Why is mud so hard? It's going great, not streaming a lot lately because I've been writing instead. Oh, fun! Like fiction-y type things? I also enjoy writing. Of course, this ice is gonna be my downfall. We're on a glacier, by the way. We have learned a few facts about giant polar bear training. We're just gonna go like this. Yeah. That should be fine, and then we'll do this whole row. Fanfic, so technically fiction. That counts. I think that counts. Above ground farm on a glacier, yes. Well, adjacent to a glacier. Our glacier is like this, right? This is all ice. This is all ice. And this is ice. So this was like a naturally occurring pond like this one. So like, oh, I'll just use the mud at the bottom of the pond, but it's like a 2-layer pond. So of course it murdered someone. I'm gonna leave the ramps on this side so that they can get out, right? I think that's the important part. Does your pond free odor in the winter? It has not. So, these little ponds are salt water, which I am taken to believe has a different freezing temperature, right? So these, like, it's winter right now. It is currently winter, and these ponds, they don't freeze at all. So I'm assuming that's what's going on there. Pumped out some water here, so now it's like a bunch of mud and snow. But that's fine. I think I essentially just want to let this dry out. Which you probably won't do since there's still a little bit of water in there. Do I make it bigger? It still needs a little bit. How would I do that? How would I do that? Maybe I just make it bigger. Maybe that's just the simplest way. I'm gonna remove this. Gonna get our blocks back. Oh yeah, we have polar bear people. We've been adopting wilderness creatures, but our latest batch has not been wanting to like actually take jobs. So we have a population of 31, but functionally it's like 20. So we also have a baby, I think. And we're not getting migrant waves. This is not intentionally a no migrant fort, but it is a no migrant fort. They're not long-term residents, they don't take jobs. Well, the other ones are. That's what's confusing me. Like, we did it with 2 batches. Like, these guys, the first ones that we did have been taking jobs. You're picking up equipment. Now you have no job. Like, do they have to ask to stay or something? I don't know. The first ones worked, and then the second ones didn't. I swear they can take some jobs. And see, now there's still a bunch of... there's just still a bunch of rotten cheese in here. Labor shortage is really our primary issue right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it big. Make it big enough so that it can start drying out. And then I'll just let it dry out on its own. Is there a way to hack them into being residents? I mean, like, I make-owned them, right? Like, why doesn't make-own do whatever needs to be done there? This should work. It should be make-own. I mean, that's what I did. I did. I swear. Should I make-own them again? Would that change anything? I'll petition for residency, and then in theory they will petition for citizenship. Last time I ran a fort like that, there was a bug that led to long-term residents never asking for citizenship, huh? Interesting. Can't hurt, that's true. Okay, this should be all we need to do. And now we have a ghost. Someone deal with the corpse, please. They're grabbing, like, the clothing, but not the corpse. Hey, look, it's a ghost. That's cool. You toppled a bed. Whose bed did you topple? Toppled someone's bed. Did you? still says it's an installed bed. I'm confused. Whatever. I'll ignore that. Okay. This will start to dry out. In fact, we could probably start making our farms now. Kitty, we have 2 kitties. Oh, did the other kitty show up for a second? I don't know where the other one is. We've very infrequently had both cats in the cat cam. The cat bed is not really big enough for 2 cats, but they've been trying. Yeah, piles of mud, dusting of mud. Okay. I think that's gonna be fine. We see a void? Yeah. We have 1 void kitten. 1 cat takes up 75% of cat bed, yes. And that's because the other one's quite small. The other one's gonna keep getting bigger. So we're gonna have to find a solution for them at some point. I'm just gonna put a roof over the whole dang thing. Needs 200 blocks. Which I don't think we have. I'm gonna say let's do rock blocks. I'm gonna say do 75, and I'm gonna say specify the shale. We'll have to dig some more. My void is also a kitten, despite being 2 years old now. She is baby, yes. This is our older one, and she's a 1.5 years. She's such a baby. We're not gonna be able to get. See, here's a polar bear person taking store item in stockpile. I didn't have to do anything interesting for that, or do anything special for that one. Of course, this ghost is just gonna be guarding the corpse. 13-year-old boy is also a kitten. They'll never not be a kitten. Yes, absolutely. We had an older void earlier this year, and yeah, she was a kitten. She was a kitten the whole time. Never not a kitten. You just do it. Just do it. Pepper is unusually soft. Are your voids also unusually soft? I think the void is a normal amount of soft. The kitten, the tabby is absurdly soft. Like very, very soft. Now see, now look! Store item, make shell blocks. I didn't do anything. These are the new ones. Maybe it's just they have to be here for a certain amount of time? Or maybe they like asked to be a resident in the background somehow? You saw me not doing anything. You saw me not do anything. And see, it's not like all of them all at once either. They definitely still like our tavern, but, you know, it's a good tavern. We struck coal. Oh, there's coal down here. That's cool. Okay, so this is kind of our quarry area, right? This is all shale. We're just gonna go like this. Might be enough. Not sure what counts as unusually soft for a cat, but she is on the soft end of cats I have pet. There's definitely a variance between them, right? Like our previous 2 cats, we had 2 older cats for a while. And one was kind of our void was kind of a medium length hair, so very fluffy. I wouldn't say the fur was necessarily as soft as like a kitten's, but she was very fluffy. And then the other one was a short hair, But her hair was soft-ish. I wouldn't have called it particularly soft. It was kind of... well, sometimes it was almost greasy. But yeah. I'm gonna place a slab. Place the slab. I'm gonna go into our caves. Do one more little wall bit. Save all those. See, someone's making a door, someone's making blocks, but the rest aren't. So strange. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go. They just need to drink a bunch of booze before it works, and that's fine. So it goes. And then down here, I'm gonna put in this last wall. Miner put to rest. Okay, good. I have a minor heart attack every time I hear that sound. Spin thread needs wool in stockpile, but you shouldn't be. I was just going whatever. Okay. So, right, and I want this to stop, but I don't want it to keep checking. So, yeah, we'll say like unrotten wool body part. Yeah, I think that's fine. But it says it's satisfied. Why? Recheck? Is that gonna fix it? Just remove it. See, it really wants to. Oh. Okay, maybe that stopped it. Okay, cool. Cool. Now if they could just deal with all the cheese should be going in here. Cheese should just be outputting to right here, and then it wouldn't rot. Okay, so that happened. So I want to put like a little bit of magma in here and then put water on top. Is that what I'm doing? My goodness. So I think we can start putting the roof in here. We got some. Not even that much though. My God. It's just gonna have some sort of underground link to our main area. These two are storing. This one's dying, that one's storing, okay. So more than half of them have taken jobs at this point. We have our magma junk down here. All of these have been moved. Look at that. Okay, so that has happened at least. So in theory, they're all like up here, right? Look at that. Look at our magma. This is my magma. So I'm gonna start, we do want to start filling these. Not that we have the labor to like justify a whole bunch of magma shops, but you know. So I'm gonna build a track stop here. They're not gonna gonna take their time. Oh, there they go. We're getting there. Pepper is a good cat name. Our newest cat is named Tofu. And I didn't come up with that name. That was the name that she had when she was at the shelter. Nope, I want... Oh, not the stop. How do I just remove... There we go. That's a full minecart. So someone's gonna drag a minecart full of magma up to our track stop here, and then we'll just dump it into the hole. Oldest cat is Izzy, who was surrendered by her prior owners. She already answered to Izzy, so I kept it. How old was she when that happened? So both of these cats are shelter cats, but we got them when they're like quite young. Both about 6 months, I guess. We'll try to boo. That's also good. All random dead rhino lizards? Sure. There's a mug on the roof. I wonder who put that there. Silly bird people. Leaving all their trash where no one else can get it. It's you hauling minecart. There we go. Rhino lizards, yeah, that's what they're called. Two-legged rhino lizard remains. There's little vermin lizards. Okay. So it is placed. I'm gonna dump it south. And now we remove the track. Disassemble the track stop. And put a floor over the magma. That's my solution here. Now it's spring. Year 150. We've been in this world for 50 years. Just so you know. Don't really know. One source said 5, another said 7. We split the difference, it makes her 10 now. I mean, that's smart. Interesting that they didn't like that much of a range, right? I want to put a door back here. It's gonna be a magma safe door. Is that what I did last time? Or no, this is just water. This just needs to be water. Then we're to put water back in here and see if it still freezes. Which it shouldn't, right? It shouldn't. Shouldn't. Oh, come on. Ugh. Might be older than that. She's getting gray in a couple places. I don't know where the name Boo came from. Her name in the shelter was Daiquiri, which is also good. She's definitely not a drink. Boo is super timid. Tofu is also very timid. Tofu has been very engaging with Heck, our other cat here, our Void. She's been very affectionate with the cat. She's been very timid around the humans. So I'm gonna lock that, and I'm gonna put in my pond again. Right, this is a pond. Someone please fill my pond. Maybe that's why we thought it seemed like a Boo. That's fair. That's cute. Pepper's name of the shelter was Black Widow. Also not appropriate, but I have a cute picture of her after I petted her, where she's stretching up against the glass asking me my kitten. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. Tofu wasn't like... When we got our previous cats, right? My previous shelter cat, it was pretty obvious that she was going to be okay with us from the start. Like, we went to the shelter, they put us in a room, and she basically just kind of sniffed at us and then like started exploring the room and just was totally comfortable around us from the get-go. So I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, this makes sense, right? We could just... Here's our cat. Tofu wasn't quite the same way. All we know about Tofu was that she had 2 other siblings at the shelter, but they were adopted out earlier that day. So she was like the one left behind from her shelter, from her squad. Did that really freeze again? How are we gonna do this? That's interesting. Does the door affect it? Do doors do different things for temperature than walls? I wouldn't expect that. I was assuming that it being under a roof would mean it didn't freeze. It's clearly not the case. The elves are here. And we need more shale. We need more wool, but I told you to not... Come on. I told you to not... Doors let in a draft. Yeah, I mean, in real life, it's always hard to know, like with a game like this, like how fully simulated are we, right? Because my understanding of this game is it mostly cares about inside versus outside, and that's determined entirely by if there's a roof. But I don't know. Let's see, this says there's... No, that's not what I wanted. Maybe I just cancel it for now. We got plenty, right? We got plenty for now. I'll just turn it back on later. Got this one when she was 6. They let me sit with her in a room for nearly an hour. She spent 45 minutes of that sitting on me and purring. Oh my gosh. See, that's how you know, right? In that situation, it's like, yeah, we're good, right? When we first were introduced to Tofu, she was very shy. She let me feed her with like one of those tubes, the goo tubes. She let me feed her like at an arm's length. She didn't get very close. She ate all of that, and then she kind of went back into her corner. I played with her with a little a pipe cleaner. Goo tube, yes. They love the goo tubes. The cats love the goo tubes. And like she interacted with the pipe cleaner a little bit, but not really like. It wasn't obvious, right? It wasn't super obvious that she really wanted to come home with us. But I mean, she's fine now, right? She's like, she will run away if you're standing. Like she's really intimidated by people being tall, I think is what it is. It's like she's warming up to us, but it's taken a minute. Okay, work on that. Yep, it just filled. It just froze. There's lava directly beneath it. And it still froze. Cancels fill pond inappropriate building. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Can confirm cat loves GooTube. I personally can't stand them. They're very good for visitors' cat bribery. That makes sense. Yeah, they're very gooey. So churro treats are the solution to all problems, boo. Churu treats, yeah. Once a tile has been exposed, it is permanently freezable. What? But how does temperature play in? Is it just so cold here that one tile adjacent still freezes? Because this melted beneath, right? Like if I... Like it the magma melts beneath it, but not above it. I just want to make a weird thing. When I first brought Brew home, she hid under the vanity for 2 days, fed her by putting a plate of wet food under there with her. Starting to water about water and litter box, so I offered a churu, and she instantly loved me and came out and hasn't hidden herself since. Huh. For opportunities to be tall. She does like to be tall. She does like the cat tree. Like she likes being up here. She also likes being under things a lot. I can't quite tell what she prefers. But we definitely have a lot of some tall cat trees. I should have temps turned on. I mean, that's why it froze in the first place, right? Right? It was turned on last I fiddled with it. Enable temperature, yes. So what temperature is turned on? Should melt glacial ice if it's directly beneath it. Yeah, like it melted glacial ice under the magma, but ice formed above it. IDK seems odd that it's working that way. I would agree. I mean, could it just be that cold? I'm curious about this door. So what I'm envisioning here, what I want to do, I guess there's technically ice floor there. That shouldn't matter, right? And then I'll put an actual wall here. Someone can grab the door first. What I want is to drop water onto magma to make steam. I know that if it drops too far, it creates obsidian. But my understanding is that it has to drop through a Z level in order to make obsidian. So if it's like it's just running into a pit without traveling through a full level, I think it just makes steam. But I haven't been able to actually confirm that yet. Maybe I should try this underground and see how it behaves there. So at least I know. I would love someone to grab this door first. If they meet one another on the same Z level, they will make a tile of obsidian where they meet. Well, if they go horizontal, but I mean like if I have a little puddle like this, right? I have a puddle of magma here, and then I have water here, and I just have it flood horizontally onto this tile. So it's meeting from above, but it's not falling a full tile. That was kind of my intent. That's also just kind of inferring things from the wiki. Maybe we try this underground and see if it actually works that way first. I just want to make steam. I just want to make a sauna. I want to make a glacial sauna. She's so sleepy. She actually isn't feeling too well right now. We had to take her to the vet yesterday. And apparently it's because, like she's always been a little sniffly. She's always been a little goopy. But introducing her to our new kitten apparently hit her immune system pretty hard. So she's like very goopy and was kind of coughing and stuff. So we got some meds for her. Okay, and then of course there's this ceiling here. Let's get rid of that. I think that makes both obsidian and steam. I've made obsidian farms before and just had water flow over the magma. If I recall correctly, there's steam at the same time. Yeah, I want to make steam without obsidian. That's what I want. Whether or not that's possible remains to be seen. Let's do some below ground testing so that we're not dealing with the ice at the same time. I think that's definitely complicating things. Yep. And what's hilarious most of all to me, is that clearly the salt water isn't freezing, right? So it would make sense to me that I can move salt water around. I have infinite salt water, right? I have the ocean. I have access to salt water, but I can't pump salt water because the pump is what desalinates it. I've never before been in a situation where I intentionally want to move salt water and keep it salt water. So I don't think that's even possible. Shale blocks. There we go. Okay. This will get done. I'm also curious if we can, like, mine out these. Mine out this ice. Minecarts? That could work. Minecart around the salt water? That's true. If I mine this, does that... It does. That's weird. What happened to my floor? Floor. Run mine carts through a saltwater pool and then up towards your objective. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. That's assuming that it would actually do what I want it to do. So I'm not gonna mess with that quite yet. But that would work. That's how we're, oh, I didn't trade with the elves. Oh well. It's how we're moving the magma, realistically. Look, my tavern is like empty. Are you all doing stuff? They're all constructing buildings. Okay. Proof of concept. Hey, look, we caught another giant polar bear. Or no, you're one of the ones we already had. We have a breeding pair of giant polar bears. But I haven't let them actually do anything yet. Even the polar bear men are taking jobs. Our new batch, they're all doing stuff. Hello, Pizentios. We have polar bear men. I'm putting our polar bear men to work. I'm so happy about that. It took them so long to actually take jobs. What else am I doing? I'm working on this. This is almost done. I guess I can cancel this block job because we have enough. Still the Arctic Fort, it sure is. It sure is. There's some cheese. Okay, they're working on it. They're working on it. We're working on an above ground farm here. So I think what we're gonna do... This is all mud, right? This is all mud. I'm gonna dig a stair down. I could just... No, I don't need a whole nother stair. I'm just gonna do like this. Need to get some time for my cold dessert for this fort for this weekend. Desert fort? Both of those, yes, those are both good. We're having... So the fort itself is functional. We're not starving to death or anything. I am having a hard time getting my fancy plans to work. Whoops. Do something like that for me. The candy biome, like on Worldbox, dwarf eating gingerbread man. That would be funny. I bet you there's a mod for it. Oh, there's ice down here. I was wondering how far the ice went down. Apparently, at least goes down this far. We're just getting a bunch of free ice blocks here. See, the wiki was also saying that ice boulders will melt underground. Is it just that cold? Could be interpreted two different ways. I'm not sure which is more horrifying. Gingerbread men eating dwarves? That would be pretty terrifying. Okay, now in theory, I can make some farms in here. Right? I mean, it still says no mud. There is mud. It's gonna let me. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, it's summer. Could mine treacle like in Discworld. That's true. Oh, can we get a Discworld mod? Can we get a Dwarf Fortress Discworld conversion mod? I'd be very happy with that. Just make Ankh Morpok. I'm gonna do like that. I mean, it made a farm. It made a farm. I'm gonna do a little seed stockpile. Honestly, a pair of stairwells probably makes sense there. So, oh, it's not gonna let me. But I have seeds. Does it not? Oh, come on. It doesn't like this. It let me build the farm. There's mud under the farm. This is literally the bottom of a pond. Yeah, these aren't melting. That's interesting. This is seeds. Everything except for pigtails, plump helmets, cave wheat, rock nuts, what's the other one? What am I forgetting? Our farms down here are working. But we were having a hard time getting grass to grow in here too. This has been here for years now. Sweet pods. I think that's the only other one. I'm gonna go here. Here. No. I don't know where those. I don't know where they ended up. Candy cane trees might be more like a fungus tree. That's true. Trees need sugar as an essential element to grow, so the air is literally sweet smelling. Interesting. Now you're all socializing again. Break time. There might actually be less to do at the moment, though. Was this just a waste of time? I've never tried fertilizing before. Would fertilizing this help? Hey, look, it's the humans. Oh my god. What have I done? What have I tried? What am I trying to do? What have I gotten myself into? Okay. Finally finished this layer. So now there's only one layer left. So I'm gonna like... Right, mine all is out. Whatever. Fertilizing improve yields by 3 units, so instead of maxing out 7, you get max of 10. Will that do anything if it's, like, currently 0? What do I don't even think from the humans. Bring me your instruments and your sheets. You can't apply to see this because the biome. Oh, because nothing works in Glacier. Is that the problem? Because I'm in a glacier biome? Because we're also like between, I don't know. I mean, it's not all glacier, right? I don't know if it's, I mean, it might all be glacier. Even if it's not a glacier, it might still be glacial biome, right? Well, there's our seeds. It says ice that is underground melts. Doubt. Creates only useless puddles of water, identical to water dumped from a bucket. Puddles can only be cleaned. They cannot be usable water. Dumping block after block of mined ice blocks indoors will simply result in a huge stack of useless water. Some glacier biomes have such low temperatures that your doors and animals may die if exposed to above ground for too long. That's news to me. Okay, well... we're doing good here. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. You keep an eye on what's going on down here. Okay, I'm back. You usually can only plant seeds from plants that you gather on site. Prefer to be able to trade for plants that produce seeds you can plant, unless you luck out on the biome. I guess I usually spend time in, like, very temperate biomes. So usually that hasn't been an issue for me. Could make it a cave for yaks and alpacas. I guess. Can't imagine polar bear people eating strawberries. Polar bear wants fatty seal meat. Yeah, but what about booze? What about strawberry booze? They definitely like booze. And I have kobolds, right? Kobolds like all sorts of things. Whatever can be imported and graze in the caves. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see if we can trade anything while they're here. We are still cranking out the finished goods. For better or worse. Milking an alpaca. A polar bear man milking an alpaca. Bunch of instruments. And then like this. And if polar bears could be milked, oh my goodness. I'd rather not. Hey look, sheets. Do we want some sheets? Oh boy. I'm gonna take some of these cheap instruments. And then a couple sheets. Sure. Okay. Reevaluating all of my plans. We've been very productive today. Again, polar bear meat stop. I mean, at some point we're gonna start breeding giant polar bears. So. It's just gonna snow over and it's gonna disappear. It's fine, whatever. I guess what I want to do, let's investigate water and magma more explicitly underground here. So we have magma here in minecarts. So if we remove the freezing situation from the situation, what can we do? That is my question right now. I'm just pick a spot that I can have like above and below. Right? I'm just gonna dig a hole here. Make an ice palace. I mean, that was kind of the idea, but I wanted to incorporate magma and junk in it too. We can definitely make ice, right? That isn't hard. Out of glacier blocks? Yeah. Well, I mean, we could even, like, make a big form, make a big mold, and then pump water into it. Maybe. Oh, and of course, this is aquifer. We're also dealing with aquifer. Because of course we are. Just like pump a bunch of water into a big mold and let it freeze. I think that's a thing too. But of course, like actually pumping the water is going to be difficult. We can definitely make walls out of ice blocks, right? Like that's a thing we can do. We can definitely make a structure out of ice blocks. The question is then, what do you do with it? We can definitely incorporate magma into it, but it would just be cosmetic, right? Which, I mean, everything in Dwarf Fortress is cosmetic when you get down to it, but I don't know. I had my mind set on something. There was a trade for we could sell the ice cream. Let's just sell ice cream. That would be fun. Polar bear men ice cream makers? That'd be kind of fun. So I want a couple different layers here, right? Hey, look, no migrants. The ice blocks. I'm not sure you can trade ice blocks because there's not a way to put ice boulders in a stockpile, is one thing I found out. I don't know. I don't know that they show up in stock, and they're in like our stocks menu even. Now they're not here, so I can't check. I don't know that we can. We should check that, but I don't know that you can actually sell ice blocks. Hilariously. So I'm gonna say go up like 2 levels from here. So what I want is a little puddle that's going to have magma in it. And then I want to drop water onto an adjacent tile, not directly on top of it. That's kind of what I'm going to try. So I want to build a track stop. Put it there. Sure, whatever. I mean, maybe it's because of the bucket? Is a bucket worth of water just so little that it instantly freezes no matter what else is going on? Maybe that's what my problem is. How much water can a bucket hold? Well, let's try this first. I'm gonna say a new route. Add a minecart that has magma in it. A full minecart full. I mean, that's also a thing to attempt. Citizen stranded. No, you aren't stranded. We've been over this. I would have to get a setup for actually filling minecarts with water, because right now it's only set up for magma. Bucket holds 1 of 7, which translates to 10 subunits of water in the bucket. Can be used to let other dwarves drink. Okay. But it will actually fill a tile with 107, right? I guess that's the main thing. Maybe what I do instead of... How do I want to do this? I want to put a floor there. Or no. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drop channel up there. And basically replicate what we did above. Or not even there, right? I'm just gonna channel all this out. No, I do... Yeah, no, that's fine. No, leave that. And then this has magma, right? Okay. I'm gonna wait to dump it. Maybe I do just want it to be there. No, okay. I'm gonna do a floodgate right here. I need to make a floodgate. Let's do like 5 of those. And a lever for the floodgate. So I'm gonna have a floodgate here. I'm going to pour some water into here. I'm gonna let it flood onto the magma from here. And I don't know if it factors into it at all, but it's not going to be like a full tile of magma, right? It's just going to be 2 depth of magma meeting 1 depth of water. If you can make obsidian with that, then that is impressive. It's a machine, it's a floodgate. Pudding stone floodgate. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this, right? Dump. I have just a little bit of magma there. I can get rid of the track stop. Get rid of the route. Call that good. That gets installed, so then we link this to here. And then we can start dropping water here. Okay, so we dropped 1 water in. It needs to be a little bit more so it'll actually flow, right? And it's gonna go up to 3. grab the minecart, or grab the minecart. Now it's up to 2. All else fails, you got all the makes an obsidian business. It's true. That's not that hard to do, though. You can make obsidian wherever. Basically everywhere has access to water and magma, right? Because you got caves and you got the magma sea. Oh, it's right there. And now it's autumn. At least small forts go fast. Kids don't always have water? I guess that's true. They frequently have water. Okay, now it's at 3. No, I didn't tell you to dig. Did not tell you to dig. Oh, a raid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. Radamant. I don't think I know you. I don't think I've seen you around before. How goes it? It goes well. We have polar bear men in our fort. And we're experimenting with magma. Let me give you a shout out. There we go. Kitty, we got a kitty. We have a second kitty around somewhere, but she hasn't been hanging out in the cat cam area too frequently. Just because it's kind of small. You don't bite? Okay, if you say so. Aw. Red makes good stuff. Do you do Dwarfin also? You were doing Dwarfin. Dwarf is great. This is probably my favorite video game of all time. How give pets like this. Like that. We are on a glacier. We're struggle bussing on a glacier here. We aren't getting migrant waves from our civilization for whatever reason. I don't actually know why. So we've been stuck at like this. This is how many people we have. We've managed to adopt some polar bear people from the wild. There aren't any more to adopt right now, but we have a good handful. About a third of our fortress is polar bear people. Down here milling dimple cups. I love them so much. We have one eagle person. They are still milling. I swear we got through all the milling. Well, whatever. We're dyeing our cloth. We're dyeing llama wool cloth. Maybe someday it'll end up in a stockpile. Goodness. Dwarf Fortress and RimWorld are two of my favorites. Excellent. I actually have not played RimWorld. I've been playing Dwarf Fortress for 13 years and have still not actually played RimWorld. It gives a lot of power of viewers. Oh, that's always fun. We've been in this world. We just hit year 50 in our world here. This is a 100-year-old world gen world. And we've been doing a lot of story stuff. This has kind of been my most elaborate story world, I guess. So I haven't been giving people a whole lot of power. I've been taking suggestions from people, of course, but like I'm not renaming our people. That's a common thing you'll see, right? I really like their default names. So we haven't been doing that so much, but I don't know. We're here to. My goal here might not be possible. I'm actually experimenting with things right here. Right now, I'm trying to see if I can create steam without obsidian. So I want to see if this works here. I'm kind of starting to think it's not actually possible. Okay, let's see what happens. Yep, that's obsidian. There's only 3 depth water in there, and there's 1 there, and there's 1 there. So literally 1 unit of water mixing with 2 units of magma creates a full tile of obsidian. That's what I was experimenting with, but that's unfortunate. I want to make steam without making obsidian. Does anyone know how to do that? I want to make a sauna. Red gives too much power to his viewers, sometimes to his detriment. That's fair. That's also a fun way to play, though, right? Dwarf Fortress is a good game for that. Just dealing with whatever people throw at you. We figure it out so I can know. I mean, I'm thinking it might not be possible. That was my only idea. I was kind of under the impression that if the water didn't fall through a full level, then it wouldn't make obsidian. Rain falling on a pool of magma may cause steam. What about snow? It can snow on... If it's snowing on magma, will that cause steam? As will magma boiling off water that is covering something that is magma safe, like an obsidian stone. Magma is the most common source of temperatures needed to boil water, but some burning items may create steam when submerged, as may some creatures with very high body temperature. Can we find a magma crab and lock it in an aquarium and get steam that way? That's a little bit more wild. We're running out of rock. We've made so many rock crafts here. We're quarrying on this level up here. We're just gonna continue quarrying. We're getting trade caravans from every civilization except our home civilization. So that's fun. Well, we're playing modded kobolds. We are a kobold fortress. Kobold fortress that is a 3rd polar bear man. Let's see if I can actually dump this time. If I could actually dump it, that would be great. Because then I can just assign all this at once. We're pasturing in our caves. This looks like all mud, but there is actually food under here. I don't know why it shows up as just mud. But we're shearing and cheesing. Are you in Civil War? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Does DF Hack have a fix for that? For which? Oh, for the mud? For Civil Wars? I don't think it's a Civil War issue. How would I even know? Because our previous fortress had the same issue. No migrant end trade from home faction. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to fix that if I'm hacking it. You can go to your home world and check your home civ. Yeah, that looked all fine. So we are the Serpent of Baths and we're at peace with them. I don't know why, like, we're at peace, but it's saying we're exporting terror. So I'm not sure what that means. Terror and vengeance, yeah. That means Civil War? Well, how did that happen? Why? Hello, Lanix. Welcome in. And then this is not going to dump again. How do I fix Civil War? Fix Civil War, got it. Script removes a negative relationship with your own government. If caravans migrants do not return after fixing the Civil War, try running Force Caravan. Do I do that? I'm gonna see if I can deal with our issues first. Maybe you could be the cooler head to prevail in the Civil War. Possibly. I've got 3 pages. Very nice. Very, very nice. Writing is fun. I enjoy writing. I've been having a bit of a writer's block recently. Been trying to write a script for a new YouTube video, but it's taken me a minute. I also don't know why, like, someone will take the job and then give up. I have a dump. Maybe I need a closer dump? Garbage dump. To your YouTube, my YouTube is Unchatter. Same thing. Oh yeah, that's also linked there, yeah. I have a channel for VODs, and then I have a channel for, like, edited stuff. And I've been taking the VODs of this playthrough, which is quite long at this point. I've been taking VODs of this playthrough and kind of editing them down into, like, a scripted video, which I've been having a lot of fun with. But this last script has been kicking my butt a little bit. Having a bunch of video games to play is not helping either. Silk Song has not been helping. I'll say that. Shouldn't this be taking... This should be taking the thread. Whatever. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing now? Both of the things that I've tried today have turned out to not be possible. I tried to make, like, an above ground farm, but I can't grow anything here. I have a bunch of above ground seeds, but apparently they're not going to work. I was looking forward to making some hide root and bladeweed. But no. I should trade. I'm not gonna bother. We ran out of rocks. Can make fertilizer. Yeah, but we were thinking it's a biome issue. 'Cause I'm in a glacial biome. I thought if you expose a tile to the sun and then roofed them up kind of the surface, I think so too. Like this, so I can't grow underground stuff here either. So I think it counts as above ground. Because I am growing below ground stuff elsewhere. This just, it doesn't have any possibilities. We were thinking that fertilizer would increase the yield of what you can plant, but I don't know that it's going to increase what you can plant. The worst part is I killed a person to make this. This was a pond. I drowned a legendary miner to make this. Now it don't work. Oh, I see another cat. Are you gonna get 2 cats? We're gonna get double cats? I can see your ear. Just seeing if she can muscle in. Maybe that's why you're in Civil War. That could be. Well, that just happened just this stream. We've been here for like maybe 7 or 8 years at this point. We've been here for a little bit. Yeah, I don't think she didn't try to jump up. So I think we're in brainstorming time. So I don't take a lot of direct, like, viewer, you should do this kind of orders, but we definitely sit and brainstorm. So I think I'm needing to brainstorm. Now they're just they're just yelling out there. So here we are. We have a glacier, right? I want to do something fun with a glacier. My original thought was to make like a spa or like a sauna. Because the thought of having a glacial sauna amuses me, right? I was going to use magma, have some water running, drop water on magma, make steam, right? That was kind of my thought. But that's not going to work the way that I thought it did. It's just going to make obsidian, which is not what I want. There are apparently these other methods of... Oh, my white screen is just going to... blindingly white. There are apparently other ways to make steam that don't involve magma. It has been reported that steam can be produced by rain falling on the blood of a forgotten beast that possesses the fire ability. We still haven't seen forgotten beasts either. We've received 0 forgotten beasts. Big Dwarfin Day? Yeah, totally. Welcome in. We big dwarfin. To build a continuous steam generator, build a magma-safe bridge over a magma flow. So that's way down below, so that's not exactly what I want. Forget you said anything? Okay. They don't like the blessed biome. I know, right? This is like a, this is a joyous wild glacier. So we're getting like pixies and fluffy wamblers on the ice sheet. It's kind of funny. I'm curious if snow on magma can make steam. Because we definitely get snow. We don't get rain, but we definitely get snow. So I'm going to remove these tiles, right? And remove this tile. And then we're gonna wait for it to snow. Because if it's as simple as that, then I could work with that, right? I could also, like, can't I use DF hack to make, like, the ground be whatever tile I want it to be? No, not tile types. Placing and modifying tile and tile properties, allowing you to click and paint as specific options onto the map. There is no undo support. This tool can confuse the game if you paint yourself into an impossible situation like removing the original surface layer. Oh dear. Be sure to save your game before making any changes. So could I just hack in a lava flow tile on the surface? That'd be kind of funny. Hello, Hekios. Welcome in. We're kind of brainstorming here what we want to do with our ice sheet. Material none will keep the material on the existing tile. I can cycle through the common options by clicking on the material selector. Extended material selections like grass are available via the gear button. If you want to paint an empty open tile, use a material of air. You can choose special properties like whether it is rough or smooth. They'll inherit smoothest property of whatever was there before. Hidden, light, subterranean, sky view, aquifer, autocorrect. That's funny. So whether the tile's exposed to light. So we could make our... Well, I mean, I don't think it's the above ground, below ground thing that's halting our farm. That's whether the tile's considered outside. Hmm. Air, soil, stone, lava stone. And magma. What happens if I just... I should save. I'm gonna save. I'm willing to... I guess I'm willing to hack if it's something that's cool. I'm willing to hack things in ways that make, like, an in-world sense. Like, I wouldn't say we're actually bringing up lava flow. I would say that we're moving magma, but it behaves differently because I say so. I'm also really interested if we can just capture a hot creature and put it in water, because that would be hilarious. That sounds very koboldy to me. Okay, let's see what this does. Right, we're gonna say lava stone. I don't know what shape wall. So can I do stone? Just spawn command? I think so. Oh, obsidian. That just makes obsidian. Okay, that's not quite what I wanted. Frozen liquid, grass, fire, pool, brook, river. Because there's nothing down there now. We have revealed the magma sea. Look at these webs. Fire snakes are like vermin, right? I've seen some fire snakes in here. Maybe. Hydrate. I can hydrate. Also, have they... Yeah, why does no one do this? Fire snake powered sauna, right? Like, why not? So what kind of creatures would do this, right? So we're not going to find a forgotten beast, right? We're not going to depend on the exact right forgotten beast showing up. I guess I want to keep an eye on the surface to see if it starts snowing. I want to see if snow on magma... Hey, look, a lizard. I want to see if snow on magma makes steam. Because rain on magma makes steam, according to the wiki. Magma boiling off water that is covering something that is magma safe. So I could, like, soak a bunch of obsidian stones and then just drop them one at a time into the magma. But that wouldn't be, like, automated, right? I want a system that just, like, makes endless steam. Oh, it is snowing. A snowstorm has come. Come on. Does rain make steam, but snow doesn't? That's gonna make me grumpy. Can I control the weather? Change the weather. Yes, I can. So can I just do weather rain? It is now raining. So it's turning to ice. But I don't see it. I'm not seeing any steam. This kind of looks cool though. Where's my steam? We're truly experimenting now. We probably won't keep this. Oh, now we're in like late autumn. I don't want to autosave. Okay. Some burning items may create steam when submerged. Creatures with very high body temperature. What would be a creature with a very high body temperature that can survive in the water? I want a creature that is a very high temperature that can just keep submerged in water. That will just continuously produce steam. Creatures made of fire/flame are quite hot. Are hotter than magma. Creatures made of fire are hotter than magma. And see, this says that tiles adjacent to magma are 107 degrees Fahrenheit. Water freezes at 32. So water adjacent to, I guess adjacent to adjacent is the thing. It says outside in a freezing climate is -8. Glacier ice itself is 22. How would I find a creature? How would I find such a creature? Firemen? There is a fireman. Exceptionally rare construct creatures made of fire found in the magma sea. Immune to pain, cannot be stunned, don't need to breathe. They're building destroyers. That's hilarious. Unharmed by touching water. Firemen are immortal and only die from violence. Can I just spawn a fireman? Can I just spawn a fireman? How do I spawn a creature? Isn't there a way to spawn a creature? Units? This is like edits units. That's where there is. I thought so too. I have the DF hack documentation here. Spawn unit helper. This is like a dev. Prepares a game for spawning creatures by switching to the arena. Spawn unit. That sounds better. Oh, is it not going to be? Oh, unavailable. It don't work. Is it not gonna? It's just not gonna do anything. Spawn unit script has not been validated to work well with this version of Dwarf Fortress. May not work as expected, or it may corrupt your game. Cool, I have backup saves. Spawn goblin male. So I want... If command is specified, oh my gosh. So I just want spawn unit fire. How do I do it if it has two fireman? I don't know. I don't know. We're literally playing with fire at this point. See the full list of races in Cast for Your World, run the following command. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't select it. I have to type all that in. No. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can do anything. Spawn unit goblin male. Script requires an active cursor. Okay, how do I thought I had my cursor thing enabled. Do I just need to do I need to do that? Nope. Here. Here. It just gave me a warning again. Did something. Cannot read field word arena not found. Oh, it wants me to be in arena? I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work. Do we need to go on an adventure to find a proper creature for this? If we went on an adventure specifically looking for a monster made of fire, I don't even know where we would look. I'm gonna have to think about this. I'm gonna have to ponder on this. Volcanoes? Well, we know where a volcano is. We know where plenty of volcanoes are. Like, would a magma crab survive submerged in water? They're probably the most common, right? In fact, we've even seen them at leopard bins. This isn't gonna say, right? Immune to fire. Let's see, can I just look at everyone who's immune to fire? Oh, hey, look, there's the other cat. Cave dragons, demons. Let's just go catch a demon. Fire imp, fire snake. There's a magma man, distinct from fireman. Their hot temperature has the interesting effect of actually drying up water if they are submerged in it, as well as melting adjacent unmined ice. Oh, neat. They'll create steam upon touching water and being rained on, which will most likely lead to anyone caught in the steam clouds starting to cough. Neat. Those look terrifying. Those are level 2 building destroyers. Fire snakes are vermin, I think. Fireproof vermin. So I don't think I can do anything about them. There are fire imps. Okay, bye. Yeah. Just keep them in a hole. Just. I mean, we still have, like, I don't know why... Like, why doesn't snow make steam? If rain makes steam, why doesn't snow? How are we going to transport them here? That's a great question. It's a great question. By asking nicely. If it were a fireman, would waterfall create steam? Waterfall creates mist. Like, we've created mist, right? If I want to create mist, that is trivial. But it wouldn't create steam. There's also, like, this mist, right? Like, we got mist. Mist over magma just makes obsidian. Mist wouldn't do anything on its own. Like, mist doesn't really interact with things in that same way. I don't think. I mean, we could test that pretty easily, right? I don't think it would do anything. But I'd ask, yeah, I mean, yeah, we're brainstorming, right? I'm just gonna put that there. At the very least, we are set up to move little bits of magma pretty quickly. Oh, and then it, like, filled in. Oh, what'd it do? Oh, is this like... No? Why did that fill in? Is it because... So we're not actually seeing the waves, right? There are waves happening that we don't get to see in modern graphics. That is pretty cool. But I don't know why that would do anything. I don't know why the waves would do that. Okay, so now there's nothing here. This is not aquifer or anything. Does it just fill in on its own? It seems fine. Strange. Strange, strange, strange. We do get mist in this tile. So I guess this would tell us. So at least be an experiment, right? I don't know why this one... I don't know why that filled in. Okay. So now we add a stop. That's our stop. Find a minecart that has magma. Wait for it to show up. Kind of want to take this whole thing down, but whatever. Someone will show up eventually. Still milling dimple cups. Dyeing our cloth. Please track vehicle. Vosa here is hauling up our minecart. Okay, there's still not water in there. Okay. Now it's going to dump west. So that succeeded. So now there's mist there, right? We're just gonna remove this. Remove this. So now does this only produce mist, or do we get any steam? This is all mist. This is mist. It's also snowing again. So I'd also expect this to, like, just produce steam from the snow, from the snow. It would appear not. And it's snowing right now. Worth a try? It's definitely worth a try. There can even be mist in this tile. I find that kind of strange. So we have mist touching magma, not turning into steam. So that's how that works, apparently. We have too many alpacas. I wonder if it needs to be more full in order to produce steam from snow. The wiki doesn't say anything about that. Like, what would you do? How would you... I'm trying to think of how you would automate it. So if you had like a rock, a magma-safe wet rock, you dump it in magma, that creates steam. So then you either have to retrieve your rock or automatically produce rocks and automatically soak them and automatically dump them, right? That sounds like a lot of work. I actually don't know how you would automatically create boulders. It just has to be a magma safe item, right? So what if I had like a metal item, right? Like an iron ball that I make wet and then toss in magma. Then you have to drain the magma, retrieve the ball, re-soak it, put the magma back in, and then put the ball back in. Well, at least when we got those necromancer experiments, they didn't excrete boiling steam like it says on the wiki. That is a possibility, right? Our experiments were rather tame, I think. I am surprised that the rain didn't work, right? I almost want to try that again. Print a map of the local weather. Snowing on the entire map. That makes sense. So it is snowing everywhere. Now it's raining everywhere. I'm still not seeing any steam. Strange. Well, I guess we get to see the extent of our ice, right? I mean, this is kind of nice to see. That's kind of cool. There's our glacier in all its glory. This makes sense now that I see it. I'm confused why this isn't working. The wiki straight up says... I thought I saw... Of course, having it here in the middle of the mist is also just making it hard to tell, but it's not doing it here either. Happened to all the snow? It rained. Apparently rain melts snow. Which it kind of does in real life. Probably wouldn't in this weather. It's probably way too cold for that to happen here, but... You know, whatever. Okay, well, what else can we try here? These walruses have been hanging out for a while. They're all just in this one tile. So, okay. If we give up on the idea of steam, which is sad, we can still combine ice and magma. Because we can quarry our ice and make ice walls, and then have magma incorporated in some manner, and then the constructed ice walls wouldn't melt. That is still a thing we can do. Still cool. It's still cool. It's just not the cool that I was imagining. It would also require pumps, which would require power, and we don't have a river. So we'd either be making a bunch of windmills or devoting an entire fortress to standing on pump sacks. Could always invite a fire creature over to take a swim. Would the tide count? I don't think so. There's not really a tide, right? There's some waves. Do waves turn water wheels? I guess I've never actually tried that. The words ocean and wave do not appear on the water wheel page, so I don't know. So really the only advancement that we've made today is the fact that all of our polar bear people are working, and we have no idea why that happened. So that's cool. The only problem we solved, we don't actually understand what happened. We didn't actually solve it, it just happened. Santa had a talk with him. Okay. And of course... Oh, did they actually get dumped? They actually got dumped! Okay, now I can just designate this whole wall. That makes me happy at least. So you have to do it all one by one again. There, perfect. Just do it. This is all that's left for actually sealing off our pasture here. Mission failed successfully. So why aren't we getting Forgotten Beasts? Wouldn't we expect something? I guess I did. There's still land exits, right? Did I really cut off the only map edge that had land on it? That'd be kind of funny. Huh. I didn't even think of that. Our caves are really small here. By caves, I mean cave. We have one cave layer in this world. If I like mined out a section, would creatures come off the map there? Is that how that works? We haven't been attacked by anything on this map. We have had no goblins, we've had no cave critters, no forgotten beasts, no mega beasts of any kind. It's been very quiet. It's not even gonna let me mine it out, am I? Can't do it. It just won't let me. Okay. You can't make a flowing river by diverting aquifer water and make an underground water wheel. You probably could. You probably could, honestly, because like we have the remains of our other failed experiments, right? Like this is filling from aquifer and then flowing off the edge of the map. So there is flow here. You'd have to get a lot of water. You'd have to make a lot of aquifer and get a lot of water going. So we'd be paying an FPS penalty. But strictly speaking, I think that would work. Honestly, the power is like the least of my concerns, right? Probably easier to drain the beach instead. Oh, that'd be fun. People do that. Well, our grumpy face is not quite as grumpy now. I assume that's a good thing. Okay, I think it's about time for me to wrap up. As much as I don't want to. I mean, they are at least doing stuff now. Maybe what we do... Maybe we do what I was planning, but just don't have Steam involved. So we would have structures up here on the ice sheet, like a nice tavern and a library and such. But and put lava in the floor, just as like... That's our warmth, right? It wouldn't be functionally doing anything. I haven't caught anything. But it would be like, that's how they're keeping warm, right? So it could be a fun place? Yeah, like what if we just attracted a bunch of people to our ice sheet? With that. Could still make fancy structures with our ice blocks. We would just make the whole thing out of ice blocks. So maybe what we do... No animal people right now, just the walruses. I've been keeping an eye out. I would love to have more. So I bet we could use the ocean to just manufacture ice, right? Like, what if we just had like a little box here and just pump water from the ocean into our box, let it freeze, mine it all out, repeat. We could make infinite ice. Pretty sure. Making ice should not be a problem. We would just leave our glacier completely untouched and build with ice on top of it. And then sink little bits of magma inside. That's what we could do. Waves could go downwards and fill a mold, then mine that. I don't think... I think we would have to pump it to make it not saltwater. I think the saltwater isn't gonna freeze. And pumping is what desalinates it. Because otherwise this whole ocean will be frozen, right? This isn't gonna actually say. Like, what's the freezing point of... Boiling point of water, dwarven body temperature, freezing point of water, freezing point of 90% alcohol, absolute zero. Yeah. There's nothing here specific about freezing salt water. I don't know. I don't know. Remember Toady saying that there was something finicky about Steam generally. Oh, interesting. Of course, that's what I chose to fiddle with then, right? Of course. Was it with our kobolds and our folly? It's almost like we're destined to try impossible things. Okay, I think we're good for now. I think I'm gonna do some brainstorming off stream. We'll come back next week with a plan. I just wanted to work. I just wanted to work. Would have hoped it would have melted with magma. Right? Expedition leader name's Folly. Kinda. I mean, it's this whole civilization at this point. But I guess leopard bins worked. Leopard bins was successful, right? We did what we meant to do there. It was just silly things. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat dinner, cause, oh my gosh. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna see what we do. If I could fix this one with an adventure, then that would be a fun way to do it, right? Just like go out and capture a fire creature and haul them back to our sauna would be kind of fun. I don't know how realistic a goal that is, though. But maybe we'll do some research. Maybe I'll poke around in Legends mode and see if there's anything in there that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna keep going. At the very least, we're gonna have polar bears. We're gonna put them to work. We're gonna do that. So come by for that. Come by on Saturday. We're gonna continue, possibly conclude the Discworld point and click from 1995. We've been bashing our heads against that quite a bit. I think we're getting close to the end. So come by on Saturday for that. Come by on Monday and Thursday of next week. We're going to continue with Dwarf Fortress forever. And we're going to continue from right here and see what kind of trouble we can get up into. And that's me. Thank you for hanging out after the raid. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the clicks. I am a entirely crowd-supported person, and that is on purpose. I won't be taking sponsorships or ads or anything. You won't be seeing any of that from me. I just want to build community and do cool things with you and hang out. So I'm here for the clicks. If you want to click, that's all I'm here for. Today's episode was brought to you by a snowflake. Just a couple. And my viewers like you, clicking on buttons and hanging out with us live and hanging out in VODs and hanging out in Discord and all that good stuff. Those are the snowflakes landing on my eyelashes these days, and I appreciate being here and hanging out with us and keeping me from going completely insane. I am mostly insane, but I haven't gone completely insane. It's because of you, and I appreciate you. So I appreciate coming by. I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And I hope you stay kind.